So I was just holding out for one extra person. I'm back for extra content of Mighty Morphin. Not Mighty. My gosh. I wish. No, we're dealing with Power Rangers Ninja Steel episode 28. So first things first is a person who has already had his review up. So apparently they kind of didn't introduce the Galaxy Ninjas, or they're the B plot. They basically weren't the first plot that they have where it's like, we're going to straight up talk about them, show how intimidating you are and how much powerful they are that the Rangers might squirm. Instead, no, they're the B plot, and well, it should have been a big deal, and it happened before where it's like, yeah, in Dino Charge, they did the exact same thing of where they underplayed the seriousness of, oh no, a new evil has returned. And then he talks about some amusing parts, the fact of we never had a cheating thing before, a cheating storyline. We had some jealousy ones before, but when it comes to cheating, there wasn't. And I agree. I'm like, yeah, I don't remember. And this is not even full on cheating either. It's like, yeah, it's just him thinking something's happening, but it isn't. And plus, you don't even imply a decent amount. And well, it turns out there's Saban rules, and Saban rules is no kissing on the lips. That sounds stupid. I'm sorry, but that sounds stupid. I mean, it sounds stupid in Saban's case, not the person who said it. It sounds pretty stupid because in freaking damn Time Force, wasn't it true that you were actually trying to get Wes and Jin to kiss, but the freaking wife of Wes was like, "Don't do it! No, don't do it!" And forever we got the hug of so long. And I'm like, man, that's some bullshit. Listen, lady. You love your husband. He loves you. But for everyone who is watching Time Force, it's a bit of a cop-out to make them hug each other. And personally, I would be fine if we could switch the roles here. We could switch. Where it's like, Wes gets a kiss on the cheek and Preston gets a big, embraceful hug. I'd rather have that crap than what we have here, where it's like, oh, so they get to have a kiss on the cheek and it means something more than what it's supposed to be, which again, it's a cop out. Even the kiss on Time Force on the cheek would be a cop out. It's like, yeah, freaking damn, just go the extra mile, son of a bitch. But okay, no kissing on the cheek, and I mean, no kissing on the lips, kiss on the cheek, which, again, like I said in the review, it doesn't really make sense how we are going to make a big deal of him getting, of his friend, his bro, getting kissed on the cheek by his girl. I don't really think that should be anything. And talk about, have mercy if an exchange student comes to her and kiss both her cheeks, because that's how they say hello. Oh my gosh. It's like, kissing on both sides of her cheeks is like, oh my gosh, you just tongue kissed her. Oh man, Calvin deserves to kill you. And well, this is going to be repetitive in the next part, but the lesson of the day was delivered the weirdest way possible. I was like, well, it's time for the lesson of the day, and it's just freaking Mick giving the lesson of the day. I know for a fact it was always over the top, personally. It's like, yeah, it's always over the top. I'm like, it's been there. It's always been there. It's just that this one was even worse, where it's like, oh, I'm going to cause damage to my foot. And I'm like, I would love to have said, why couldn't you morph your foot into something else to do it? But again, it won't really help. We had some decent acting for a little bit of decent acting, and well, the episode's average. There's no learning of the characters from this. Of course, you know what happened. The fact that he wasn't cheating. It was more the fact that she was trying to keep the freaking thing quiet. The fact that she fought her stage fright and now she's able to go on stage, which that's going to be useless. Not to mention, how the freak are you having stage fright if, was she the president? No, she wasn't the class president, but oh man, talk about how the freak does she have stage fright if she was going to be class president or running for class president a few episodes ago. Oh, damn. That's kind of what the frick. Many episodes ago. What the frick? No character development because, well, nothing came out of it. And, well, one thing that he actually mentioned is the fact of with stolen memories, Brody had a bad actor. His bad acting happened for Brody. It's like, wow. Not to mention that it's weird how their ability to relearn stuff is completely crap. It's like, yeah, it looks like not only took his memory, but they got away their reflexes, which me, I'm like, hey, listen, I remember that in the Batman, that series where he actually forgot his memory, he still had his reflexes. So they all should technically still have their reflexes. It's just that their minds don't remember, not their bodies don't remember. Or at least they could have wrote that, but hey, you're dealing with a cat lady and her friend. And Jude Lynn is just sitting over there saying, my gosh, what the fuck? Or at least I'll tell you what I kind of think Jude Lynn is doing at the end of this video. So we get to the person I've been waiting for, which he had a power outage issue, and that's why I couldn't do it earlier. So, anyways, he said this is the worst for last when it comes to his reviews because he did Lupin versus Pato Ranger, he did Kamen Rider Build. Now he has to revisit Power Rangers, and it's not really that good. The episode is so stupid. The answer of the whole entire question was in the beginning of the episode that it's a drama class, they're having a play, and well, at least the good news is that the villains are interesting evil ninjas with somewhat same power as the Rangers do. And finally, this guy actually finally said what I was saying for 2 freaking damn reviews. That the music has become completely different. For him, he actually said the music actually gotten a little bit better. For me, I'm like, it's good, but I kind of dislike the fact of you're not doing your own thing. They're just revamping again. It's like, you guys already got messed up on that when it came to Samurai, Super Samurai, and Megaforce and Super Megaforce. It's like you guys already got into that boat once. I really don't want you to slide in there ever again. I really hope that you just make actual real music, or at least if you're going to do this, then revamp the Gold Ranger song, and I'll be like, hey. So, anyways, yeah, thank you. And apparently this made Victor and Monty's stupid gag a little bit better, a little bit more tolerable. And there's some people out there who's saying on purpose they are parodying the 90s. They're parodying what happened in the 90s. With Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, it was parody. They doing it on purpose, which he doesn't believe so. And me, we're dealing with a cat lady and her friend. Like hell, they could actually get this good idea. So they're doing it on purpose, technically. And we got a Looney Tunes ripoff gag here where they tried to actually get Preston, but they got caught up themselves. And instead of being smart people, taking off that South Africa thing and nailing Preston's address on the freaking crate, instead they started a South African thing and they've been shipped to South Africa. Even though I do have to actually ask the question now, wait, if the crate came here from South Africa, why in the world are they sending it to South Africa now? Does that mean that the shippers are also idiots? I'm sorry to be a jerk, but I guess technically they did say it needs to be moved somewhere, and I guess they're not actually reading it, which they should be. They should be reading it. They're like, wait, it says it should be sent here. It should be sent to here, not to South Africa. So sorry, busting your bubble, but freaking damn, man. It looks like even the movers are kind of idiots. So, anyways, everybody apparently knows they're taking an acting class. And this is a sitcom cliche, apparently. And here's the problem of the plot. He knows she is taking an acting class with Preston. He knows this. So, how is it that Calvin cannot freaking figure out that she's actually doing a play? This technically turns into a stupid idiot, which given he does have stupid moments of where you have the greaser dude, and the greaser dude doesn't know anything about his car. And plus, technically, Calvin should have already figured out that he's using you, especially if there was more times you actually fixed his car, which I think, man, this is the first time he did it. But still, it's kind of like, yeah, he's not really that smart, I guess. It's like, yeah, he's not really that smart, but on the other hand, I don't know. I don't really want to insult Calvin, but yeah, he might be a complete idiot when it comes to his girl. I don't know. So here's one crazy thing is that Preston's being secretive of he's being secretive without reason. Yeah, he has a necklace and he's like, "What's that necklace?" He's like, "Oh, I it was for my mom or some kind of crap." And it's like, "What the frick, man?" It's like, "Really? Why don't you just say it's a prop for the freaking acting class?" So he's being secretive with no reason unless we have Haley who's supposed to try to keep everything a secret, which that would have worked perfectly fine if everyone would have been told that keep this a secret from Calvin. I wanted to be a surprise for him. And that means that technically what happens later with Sarah, who's taking him to them, that's kind of stupid. And yeah, it's like, that means Brody, Levi, and Sarah all should be in on a secret and should be actually telling them, calm down. It's okay. Heck, technically, Mick should be a part of that too, where Mick shouldn't even have the question. Nah, you still have the lesson of the day just because. Frick it. Yeah, but then that shows how Mick is a bastard idiot because it's like, then why didn't you just tell him already? It's like, you might as well just tell him instead of giving him a lesson of, oh, you shouldn't jump to conclusions. And it's like, oh, but if you're keeping a secret from him and you're like, don't go draw into conclusions, then it's like, you're kind of being a bastard. You know exactly what's going on here. And instead of telling him, you're like, oh, well, the lesson of the day is, and it's like, my goodness. My goodness. So, anyways, yeah, Calvin should be smarter than what he is right now. The memory stealing does not wreck the relationship, which that would be a good moment where it's like they both are like, "Who are you?" and "Who are you?" and it's like it would be cool where they take the memories, but the few seconds beforehand, that's still fresh on their mind. Means that holy crap, they think they're actually dating. Look at that. That's so freaking damn easy, right? That's so freaking damn easy. Whatever. We're dealing with the cat lady and her friend. So again, we're back to Brody could not act at all, especially when it came to this moment. And it's even more stupid how Brody just charged right in and tried to go out with the monster. Of course, me in the review, I was more like, why didn't Brody use the ninja stars to attack the guy, then slash him? It's like, what the freaking I don't know. It's like technically Brody either A is an idiot or B shows how inexperienced he really is. So it turns out that the very end of the episode is stock footage. Yeah, stock footage. There's no memory consequences. Like the middle fight, like there should be three fights. The second fight shows that Calvin and Levi could not fight him alone. And that would have been cool. It's like, yeah, get rid of Victor and Monty bullshit. Yeah, get rid of that. Then you'll be able to have a little bit more of that. It's kind of funny if you think about it, where it's like, the two writers basically have the idea of, put an extra fight in to make an understanding of they need the Rangers or more Victor and Monty. Oh, look, a kitty. That's most likely what happened. Is oh, look, a kitty. Well, I guess Victor and Monty it is. It's like, my gosh, dude, it's sad. Like he said, well, like this guy said, he said that Mick actually was annoying with the lesson of the day. He kind of was, again, over the top, which I personally think he always has been over the top, except for at least one. A few episodes he wasn't, and then there are a few episodes I was like, yes, he sure was. Then we have Haley, and he marks her as the worst girlfriend. Instead of telling him that she isn't cheating on him, she just says, go back to the school. I have something to show you. It's like, wow, dude. It's like, I would have preferred same idea where it's like, I'm not cheating on you, but I have a surprise for you. come to the school. That's all he had to do. That's all he had to freaking do. But of course, like I said, they're dealing with the cat lady and her friend. They don't really know exactly how to freaking write crap as much as they could. Anyways, again, Calvin takes too much time to figure out the truth. And I noticed that too. Where it's like, why in the world is he even saying that line that he said before he figured it out? It's like, that's kind of stupid. And, well, he marked it as a bad episode, but it's not the worst that we have seen. Now, let me talk about, before I go, what I think is going on here. I think maybe Jude Lynn is pulling a Billy. What do I mean by that? I think Jude Lynn has a little bit, he does a little bit for the show. Like the good parts that doesn't make the show a zero or people's not watching it, period, is because of him. That's what I kind of have to believe. Because look at Dino Charge. Very good until the very ending where the two freaking idiots decide to do crap. So basically what I think is that he got fed up and decided to do something for next year and he's doing it alone, or they have two new writers who are very competent, or B, again, he's just doing it because, well, he's like, I'm done with this, you guys. I'm going to give you a little bit of stuff I need to tell you because I'm still executive producer, but I'm going to do something else. So you guys get to do all these freaking episodes yourself, and I'll add my input when you're done. And then he's like, well, let's go. It's time to do Project Beast Morphers. And that's what's going on. It's like, I think he's been writing Beast Morphers without those two. And hopefully he has two extra help. He has extra help, extra writers. It's like, yeah, those two writers are done after this year, hopefully. And the two new writers are writing right now with him. Or at least he's most likely doing it himself. And he's just writing Beast Morphers by himself. And it's going to be very, very good. And why do I say it's like a Billy thing? Is because, well, in Power Rangers Turbo Zeo, he was missing in action for a few episodes. Given, yes, it might be the aging process that he had that issue, but I also think with someone else, I agree. Where it's like he secretly was working on the Turbo gear. He was working on the Megazord. He was working on the other Zords. The other Zords I think was given by the Phantom Ranger. So, okay, never mind. But still, working on the Zords, working on Morpher, working on the equipment, working on the weapons, or working on the arsenal. That's what he's been doing for that whole entire time he was missing. And that's what Jude Lynn is doing. He's pulling a Billy. He secretly actually is working on a new season without the two other bastards. The two idiots are actually working on Super Ninja Steel, and that's why it's kind of stupid. And all the good news is that he is still executive producer and he's still working on it. But sadly, I think he might go the way of Billy, where it's like he finished this final season for Beast Morphers, and he's out. See ya. Gone. I really hope that's not true. And, well, if it is, then he's going to have a very good season. Hopefully, it'll be in the next season will be his goodbye, and it's going to be very good. And those two dumbass idiots over there, that's writers, don't get to touch it at all. They're gone. If that's true, then woohoo. If it's not, and they look at the script and they're like, well, we got to add some of our details to it. It's like, oh, God, have mercy, man. It's like they're the Victor and Monty right now. They're the real Victor and Monty. So that's basically it. Thank you for watching, folks, and stay tuned for it's just one more time. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna miss one more episode. It's gonna be on Monday. I'm not sure which day I'm gonna put it on. Sunday, Monday, I'm not sure. But yeah, and make sure you guys look at the freaking reviews. It's like, my gosh, I don't know, man. It's an issue of going back and forth wavering.